Hi YouTubers, it's Evan X now, so for the video, so it's going to be tobacco now, so tobacco is a big cigar tobacco now, big versus small tobacco, so basically big tobacco companies versus small tobacco companies, and this is the big difference. So first off, nice big ass tobacco companies like big ass cigar are generally, I'm not going to say evil, hence the name, but I'm going to say they are very corrupt. So companies like Philip Morris, companies like R.J. Reynolds, Lorillard, that kind of stuff, Brown Williamson, Santa Fe, are they're a big tobacco company. They're very, very, very powerful because they control a lot. And big tobacco companies almost always produce nothing but cigarettes. So cigarettes and flavored gas station cigars like Black and Milds, including flavor Black and Milds, big ass cigar flag, not really. Flavored cigars, little cigars like the little flavored cigars, filtered cigars. They do produce pipe tobacco. They are basically a big distributor like the big ass cigar. So small tobacco companies, on the other hand, like Cornell and Diehl, tobacco companies like my local tobacconist, Washington Cigar in Framingham, Massachusetts, produce, a much smaller quantity. So I'm not getting into a huge debate, a huge, 15-minute debate about the differences, but I will say the big difference is the amount of quantity they produce, also the amount of money. So with the whole FDA thing that's going on right now, the whole Food and Drug Administration right now, with the whole FDA testing, it really hurts the small people as opposed to the big people. And then there are different hierarchies. Like, for example, in the cigar industry, just because a company is necessarily big does not make them big tobacco, hence the name big tobacco. So there are companies like Padron, Opus X, Fuente, and General Cigars, which are definitely big cigar companies like the Big Ass Cigar, but not necessarily big tobacco. The name Big Tobacco comes from the corrupt political big tobacco. So hence the name Big Ass Cigar for Life by. That's just a brief definition of the differences. Again, I could go into like a huge ramble about this, but I'm not going to. By Big Ass Cigar for Life by.